Hello, everybody. Dorothy here, professional astrologer. We're going to talk about the astrology for May 25th. We have the moon in Aries with 3 other planets in that sign. So are you feeling it, or are you still feeling this lethargic, scattered energy of something else? How are you feeling today? How is this? I'm going to talk about what the potential with all of these, we have 4 planets in the sign of Aries, what the potential for that is, especially in this lunar phase. So we're going to talk about that. And then we'll do some astro dice as we do always. And then we'll pull a card from here. So let's get started. I'm going to share my screen with you so you can see what I am looking at. It's always a teaching moment when I speak. I like to teach at the same time as I'm talking about what I see in front of me. And what I see in front of me, here we are with all the Aries energy. Mars, Jupiter, there's the moon at 8 degrees of Aries. And here is Venus at 26. She's going to be out of there soon because she's moving pretty quick right now. This chart is for Eastern time zone, 9 a.m. on Wednesday, the 25th. But adjust it to your own time zone. And at that point, we know for the next day or two, the day and a half, the moon's going to be in the sign of Aries. So we're in the 3rd quarter. We're almost to the balsamic lunar phase. So when I see this, especially when the moon's in a fire sign and it has the support of, Mars is now in its own sign, Jupiter in Aries, all of this is about taking action. And you're going to see a lot of astrologers, a lot of us talking about how it is great for initiating and beginning things, because it's like, you've lifted the gate and the race is on, or the gun's gone off and you've started the race. And we feel that way. And it's absolutely correct. We're going to feel like action. Excuse me. We're going to feel like taking action. We're going to feel like initiating things. However, I would like us to pause slightly and remember, this is my reminding you, the lunar phase that we're in is one of completion. The new moon is not until May 30th. And that's one of the hardest parts for us, for me anyways, like putting out the new moon forecast and the full moon forecast. To me, if I put stuff out too soon, I want to be closer to the energy, right? And especially when it comes to the new moon forecast, because we are in a waning phase when we record this. We're in a waning phase when we put out that new moon stuff, all of the astrologers, because rarely anybody puts it out on the day of the new moon. And so I want you to remind you of that. And what does that mean in real plain layman terms? It means you can initiate action with this Aries, all this Aries energy. Absolutely. However, I want you to do it with things that have sort of been on the back burner. When there's a lot of projects that are lined up and you need to finish a whole bunch of different things, this is how you can use this fiery Aries moon over the next couple of days while the moon is in a waning phase. It's balsamic tomorrow, but the moon is going to be in this fire sign, this fire sign of Aries until in the middle of the night, May 26 into May 27. All right. And then it moves into Taurus, and that's another whole story. We'll talk about it then. So between May 25th, we know when the moon went into Aries, right? I don't have it in my memory. The moon went into Aries Tuesday, the 24th at 5:39 p.m. All right. Eastern Daylight Time. So that's a little over a 2-day period, 2.5-day period, approximately. Moon in Aries, 3rd quarter. Then it shifts to the balsamic phase. Finish up things, tie up lots of loose ends. We have Mercury retrograde, of course. Who doesn't know about that? Everybody blames everything when Mercury's retrograde on him. And that's fine, whatever. Do your thing. But that communication piece, when we get the new moon, I'll talk about that when we get to the new moon. I am going to be recording that today and posting that as soon as I possibly can for my Patreon, which is a membership platform. If you don't know about it, the link is below here on YouTube. Please go check it out. That's where you can financially support some of my work. I appreciate it. So that's what I want you to know about this moon. That's what I want you to know about today, Wednesday, the 25th. Take some time. Finish up those projects. Watch what you're doing. Make sure you initiate and continue or complete something that's been on the back burner that you know you've been wanting to do. Or you started it and it just needs to be completed. That's the astrology for today. There's always more in my Patreon. We're going to go with these astro dice now. Now, if this is your first time here, welcome, welcome. Thanks for staying so long. I try to keep these under 10 minutes. I always keep them under 10. No, I don't. Astro dice, ask a question. If you have something, a query right now, just, post it to yourself or write it down. Or, what else does spirit want us to know besides the astrology? So the astro dice just is astrology dice, and 12-sided, 12 signs, 12 houses, 12 planets. And what was rolled was the sun in Aquarius in the 6th house. So what that means is the sun is where we want to shine. The energy of the sun in Aquarius is we need to be different, unique. We get stuck on some ideas, and that's perfectly fine. So let's process those ideas. So there is probably some process, some new thoughts, new ideas that are needing to be processed now, kind of like what I just said. And it was represented by the 6th house, which is something that you do every day. So this is perfect. Here in the United States, we're coming up to Memorial Day weekend. That's when we honor those who have passed and gone before us. Cemeteries are very busy right now. Military, all of the honors. So why do I say that? It's because it's a holiday weekend. So besides being Memorial weekend and being representing the people we think of that have gone before us, it also gives people, it's the start of some people's summer vacations. They have extra time off. So this is perfect for you to do those projects that have been sitting there since last fall. I'm thinking outdoor projects, whatever it is for you, because you have to look at where things are. And, let me tell you, I tried to record this a few times. I'm well into 45 minutes now to record an 8-minute or a 10-minute video because it's very noisy outside some days. Motorcycles driving by, making lots of noise, very Aries-like. Let's see what the cards want us to know. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel. If you turn on the notification, that clicks that little bell, that will tell you when I put a new one up, but the new one goes up every morning. So, or at night. I'm going to start putting these at night, I think. I can't attend the live premieres every day. So I want these to get up sooner because I have some people saying that they live in other parts of the world and they would like to see these a little sooner. But you still have to interpret it for the time zone, for the right time. Circle of life has come up again. What comes around goes around. If things are great, things can slow down. If things are slow, things can pick back up. Depending on the seasons. Here in the Northern Hemisphere, we're still in spring. Southern Hemisphere, you're in the fall. It's just that beautiful cycle, that pattern, that cycle of life. So when I see this card, it reminds me to continue with the ebb and flow of life. It's a nice card to end this with today. All right, everybody, thank you so much. I will see you next time. Namaste.